States of America, you have individuals who peddle Jew hatred in a way that I never experienced during my upbringing in Britain. This man, Kanye West, and many more like him, by way of his words and by way of his slander of the Jewish people, is placing each and every one of you in danger. Words have consequences. When that thug screamed the words to murder my brother, his followers almost brought that into reality. When Kanye West says that he's going DEFCON 3 on Jews, or that he applauds the deeds of Adolf Hitler, someone somewhere will try to bring that into reality. My friends, it's time for American Jewry to see these dangers and to make concrete steps and moves to battle back against them. It is no use to face this Jew hatred and to wonder whatever will you do. By show of hands, how many of you here in this room have heard of Black American History Month in the United States? How many of you? Just raise your hands high so I can see them. Okay. Let the record reflect that's almost all of you. By show of hands, how many of you here in this room can tell me when American Jewish Heritage Month is? Without yelling, by show of hands, how many of you here? I'll come to you if I want to. There's one hand raised so far. I'll come to you in a minute, sir. There is a month designated by the President of the United States of America called American Jewish Heritage Month. Sir, do you know when it is? Perfect. And what's your name? Aaron, the man of peace, says it's in May. Give him a round of applause. Settle down. I don't have long at the podium. Settle down. The reason that almost all of you know when Black American History Month is because during that month, things happen. Wonderful things that demonstrate the contribution of Black America to the tapestry of the United States. And the reason that none of you except Aaron is aware of when Jewish American Heritage Month is because during that month, nobody does a damn thing. Nobody responds to this kind of hatred. Nobody promotes their pride in their Judaism. Nobody promotes their pride in Israel and the Jewish future. And that should tell you that if you don't do that, nobody else will. And that should tell you that if you don't celebrate your Jewish heritage, that heritage eventually is likely to disappear. So I extend a challenge to all of you before I conclude with one phrase. Our organization, the Miriam Institute, is set to award $5,000 in prize money to the top 3 individuals who draw together a program to celebrate their Jewish heritage and their attachment to the State of Israel on a project that will go live during American Jewish Heritage Month. $5,000. I want your ideas. I don't want to come here to New Jersey from Israel to tell you what you must do to celebrate your American Jewish heritage. I want you to tell me what you're willing to do, and how you will do it, and how you will ensure that you are part of the force that battles back against this Jew hatred that is sweeping across America. I'm not asking any of you to go and grab a gun and serve in the Israel Defense Forces, though I know there are alumni of this school who have proudly served, and I applaud them. But I'm asking you to assign your brains, your talent, your wits, your guile, and your courage, so that others will learn from you just how dear your American Jewish identity is. A final word. People like Kanye West, they are trying to bully you. And people like Kanye West are trying to force you to divide within yourselves your pride as an American with your pride in your Judaism. They are trying to inflict upon you the plague with which I grew up as a British Jew, with a division between who I was as a Brit and who I was as a Jew, and you must not allow him to succeed. I know that when Jew hatred comes, it can be difficult to stand fast in the face of it. I know that you know that these Jew haters outnumber you. He has approximately 3 times the number of Twitter followers as there are Jews throughout the entire globe. They do outnumber you. But Judaism has something to say about that. And I'm going to conclude by quoting it to you today. It's not the first time the Jewish people have been pursued. We were pursued by the Egyptians when we fled from our slavery. But one of the things that I received when I was sworn into the IDF was a machine gun, and the other item was a chumash. And written in that chumash by my secular lieutenant was the following phrase. He said, "Ki tetzeh lemilchama על אויביך, וראית סוס ורכב עם רב ממך, לא תירא מהם, כי השם אלוקיך עמך, המלאכה מארץ מצרים." What my lieutenant quoted was the phrase that says, when you go out to do battle with your enemies, and the Talmud teaches us, our sages teach us, that the enemy can be the enemy within, the enemy of doubt and uncertainty. When you go out to do battle with your enemies and you see their horse and their chariots before you, a people more numerous than you, you will not fear them. Because as I knew that day, the Lord your God is with you. He who brought you out to the land of Egypt. The enemies might be numerous, but with God's help, with your determination, with your engagement, we'll part this wave of Jew hatred that's washing its way towards us. And we together will arrive on the banks and shores of our collective safety, destiny, and future. It's an incredible existence, the American Jewish existence. Don't allow my story to become your story. Understand what you're fighting for. Fight for it with pride. And together, we will know the days of Shalom al Yisrael, of peace over Israel, both the country and the people. Stay strong and go from strength to strength. Thank you.